I should.
Can you turn off the main light? Today we went to a funeral and we have not had much time because of holidays this week and being out of town, so we're kind of playing catch up with the vlog. So that's why we're doing more talking videos this week, and we haven't done them in a while. This is the topic I've been wanting to talk about anyways for a little bit now, and I hope we're not late to the party. But some of you guys may have heard of Casey Neistat. This is his channel here. A week ago, he announced that he was ending his vlog.
It's not clickbait. I really am ending the vlog.
And this was a big deal for us because he was really influential in me starting this vlog. Before he even started filming daily vlogs, he had a video channel and he had this video where you could get sticker packs. You can see even from the way he sets up his titles with the clear white lettering to the landscape time-lapse photography intros to kind of the beats and the music. It was all really helpful for me as I started a vlog and I had no idea where to start. So I basically just copied him because I liked the style. Casey in this video is saying that he basically started to get into a rut, and the whole reason why he started the vlog was to expand himself creatively.
And I think for the first year of doing this, I felt that fire under my ass. I felt that challenge every single day. I woke up every day thinking, what can I do today to make the greatest video possible?
I can really relate to that. There's a lot of episodes, especially early on, where I felt like I was learning so much every time and I had all these creative outlets. But for me, the creative outlet was kind of a bonus. It wasn't why we got into this, was to like make videos. In a way, I don't care about videos, like I like them, but my goal isn't to make videos. Our goal was to share a message, and it was a huge bonus to find out, oh my gosh, sometimes I feel creatively inspired, but a lot of times we actually don't.
And the more I wrestle with how to find that creative challenge, the more I realize I will never find it. As long as 16 hours out of my 24-hour day I'm dedicated to uploading this daily video. I have to kill this before I can give birth to what's next.
And I really respect that. It's really hard to let go of something that is successful. And I think we can really relate to that in even starting this project. You know, I've had failures, but I've had some successes, and starting a YouTube channel was like, where the heck is that coming from? Like, it felt like I was gonna fail, but it took a lot of courage for us, and that made it a success, even just for us, to take that step, which seemed really risky at the time.
And the more I think of, what do I want out of my career? Do I want to be making vlogs when I'm 40 years old? And the answer is no. Like, a career is always about progress. It's never arriving in one place and staying there.
I don't know how long we're gonna do this for. Casey says that he doesn't want to be doing this when he's 40. Do we want to do this when we're 40? I don't know. Like,
No.
In some ways I don't really have a preference on that. I never would have imagined that we'd been doing it now, and we're really grateful to have this opportunity.
Yeah, I think our reasons for stopping will be different if and when we do.
I don't think we're doing this project for a sense of personal fulfillment or career fulfillment. You know, we did it because we felt like we were almost like called to, like we had to. And we didn't have to, but I had to be obedient, I feel like. And obedience to my calling is the most important thing I have.
Well, first, I'm not giving up YouTube at all. I will be uploading regularly. I will continue to pump out videos, but different kinds of videos. The kinds of videos that take a little thinking, more than a day to produce. The kinds of videos that I have to really envelop myself in before I can make.
Deep down, I have this fantasy of making higher quality videos that are more like video essays about certain topics, like parenting or even theological ones. And I'm not sure what to do about that. You know, what we kind of believe is that for the message that we have and the gift that we've been given of family, we feel like the most unique and effective way to share that with you guys is just by showing it, by showing you what family looks like. That's the thing, you know, I've heard and read in places like, oh, children are a blessing and certain types of marriage are better and you shouldn't do this and that. But I don't think I ever really I wasn't convinced of those things. I just like knew them in my head, but the distance from my head to my heart was so far that even though I knew what was right and wrong, my heart wanted something else. And one of our hopes is that we're able to show you guys what we think are good and blessed way to live and differentiate that from like destructive or evil ways to live and choices, just with one glimpse of our life. And I still kind of think that there's enough essays and sermons out there that people just need to see it, the good and the bad. But I still want to make essays sometimes and put more energy into crafting these messages. Like I have one day to do it. And sometimes it's like 10 minutes and I can't say all the things and make the bulletproof argument in the video that people are actually going to share.
Mm-hmm. But I think that also just comes from a belief that we don't have to have like a finished product that looks pristine. Like there's someone else behind the scenes that's going to help us. That it's not all on our shoulders to make sure this is all like right and perfect. And I feel like and this is no pun intended, but I feel like we're like a channel that it's just like the message is coming through us. And yeah, you know, Ben has certain skills that you need, but at the end of the day, it's not him or me that's like making this work.
The only way to truly move on is just to drop the mic. So with that,
it's weird because this like would be like a message to Casey Neistat to say thank you for all that you've influenced with me, but I know he's not going to watch this video, but I wanted to share with you guys just what impact he had on us because it's really important to our story. And when we first got started, I was watching his videos and we had this message that we felt like we wanted to share with people, that God's design for family is actually better, not just in moral superiority, but it'll bring more happiness, at least it has for us, in a way that we thought that God's ways were always like more boring and more terrible. You just kind of like had to do it. But I'm like a crappy video quality film guy. Like I can't do the types of videos that like are in a studio and look good and perfect, what I thought people wanted. And Casey was the first person that showed me that it doesn't have to be polished or professional looking to be quality. Like creativity wears many different hats. And sometimes there's kind of like a grit and an accessibility in like the roughness of it, where people can say, oh, even though that doesn't like look like a studio, that looks more like my life. So a lot of the camera work you see, even us setting the camera down or, you know, bumping it around or changing the zoom like this and interacting with the gear, even our camera setup, you know, this right here was all kind of like inspired by just following Casey's lead and showing us what's possible, because I didn't know. So much so to a point where there was this week right around the time that we decided to start our vlog, and I started to get really frustrated with Casey's vlogs. And I was reading this book about sharing your message, and it talked about like the 4 stages of a mentorship. And the second stage was like frustration. And he said, at some point, you're going to start to realize that your vision is different from your mentors. And at that time, it's important to separate and to start your own vision. But then also to look back and give credit and recognition to those who have influenced you. And that's what it was with Casey. His film work has always impressed me, but I could never figure out, I was like, what message are you sharing? You know, I know you're telling people to work hard and you're inspiring people to be happy, but we felt like we had a message that was deeper, not better than his, but I wasn't seeing it in all of the talent that he had. And that's when we knew we had to stop watching his vlog and focus on our own message and work. And for the last year or two, we've gone back and forth and watching it here and there. And times it was inspiring, and sometimes it would just make me want to copy him and follow his formula. But we owe a huge thank you and have a lot of gratitude for the inspiration of what you guys see. Has really helped me, because also with specifically religious or Christian material, most of it like that was true. It just kind of looked like, you know, like there was no energy or art put into it. It was just like propaganda. It was just like, believe this, but we don't care how you feel about it.
This is the truth, so it doesn't need to look good.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what if we have something true to show and it can be fun to watch? That's where we're at. Now we've picked up some other mentors. We have other people who we're learning from on YouTube as well. Back then, he was the only vlog we ever even heard of or watched.
You so excited?
Come here. Okay. Oh, look over here. Ooh. Hello, everybody. So, we're excited to keep on making videos and share, and we're thankful for Casey and you guys for watching, and I hope we haven't been too much of copycats, but we've been trying to take what we've learned and add our own message and style, and we're going to keep on learning. It's time for Shabbat rest for us. Our work is not more important than our rest. In fact, our rest, in a way, completely redefines our work. The fact that we can stop it completely changes how and why we do it, and the amount of urgency we feel. And this vlog is probably the hardest work that we do, and it's nice to know that we get to stop it at least once a week, and it doesn't define us. Really forgot to say that thing. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey guys, comment below if you've been influenced by Casey Neistat, or if there's another vlogger that has influenced you. We'd love to hear about it. Wait, well, I guess we're not going to be hearing about it, but okay. Sorry.